Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are taking some tableware, whatever that is, from Kingman-Tucson, both in Arizona. And we are right here. I'm just checking some new bindings. That is not the camera I want. I thought that was the rear bumper camera. Bear with, gonna change binding. Off down here. And I really would like... So I got it on the bumper camera right now. So if I change that to the lean out camera, the one that Administrator will keeps recommending, so that is now that camera. Lovely. Perfect. There was no today is Wednesday for me. And I'm going to quickly explain why there was no stream and why it was cancelled after 4 o'clock, actually. And quite bluntly, the reason is so many technical difficulties. So it started off with my G27 not calibrating properly. And I thought, oh, that's an issue, I need to fix this. That's fine. That took me the better part of an hour to try and figure out and fix. Then, just to add insult to injury, by the way, the money is negative at the moment, so the bank's sent an email saying, blah blah blah, you're in debt. Ah! That was only the beginning of the problems, because as I was fixing the G27, I started to hear thunder. Today is not my day, if you haven't already guessed. So as I was fixing the G27, making progress on that, there was thunder. Oh dear. I was still fixing the G27. The thunder with each clap when they were about 2 minutes apart. Probably about 2 minutes apart. I had to give them like a time of like a break between them. I was thinking, oh dear, they're getting, it's getting closer. There's going to be a thunderstorm. The last clap was almost directly overhead. Oh crap! Thunderstorm. Here comes the rain, and suddenly no more thunder. So I thought, oh, that's great, that's that done then. G27 still wasn't fixed, and it was about 4:30. As it turned out, the problem was, and the solution was, that I needed to reinstall the Logitech Profiler because it kept, for whatever reason, it had managed to screw itself up and thought that I was running a driving force, which would have meant that 90% of my controls and key bindings wouldn't have worked, which, that's not good. So I got that all sorted. This was almost 5 o'clock then, and I thought, screw it, no point in even streaming. I'd cancelled the stream already at that point, and I was going to do a later stream, but that kind of aggravated me to the point where I just decided, no. So, as a bit of an announcement, because I was going to do it today, I've told a few people already. I was going to do it for Wednesday stream. Unfortunately, everything went wrong. So next Wednesday, because I tend to record at random hours, at random times, next Wednesday will be the debut on the channel of ATS multiplayer. I have everything ready. I haven't opened the multiplayer client, so I might do a job off camera between now and then. Well, I will be doing a recording. I might do a job off camera. Oh my god, what's happening there? Did I roll forward or did something else go wrong there? Because I thought the truck was further away than... Okay, whatever. So I'm going to test out multiplayer and see how that goes. I might try and get somebody to play it with me just so that I can be sure that it does work. and that I don't have any lag issues, because I am mildly concerned about that. And hopefully Wednesday then I'll be back in full swing with ATS MP. This, by the way, is a normal freight market job, so I can get this thing up to 75 if I really, really want to. That Mustang is stuck. Ha 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 ha, that's what you get for following a box truck around a big 18-wheeler. So yeah, that's kind of how my day's gone, my Wednesday. Hope you guys, your Wednesday was better, because I've just had the day from hell, essentially. Now, the bright side of all this, and if you didn't notice or didn't realize, I have remapped some buttons on the hat stick, as it's called. The D-pad on the G27, I've remapped them to look right, left, forwards and backwards. So I can just now tap a button and get the view that I want, instead of having to go outside and have the slow wind of the camera moving. I'm actually speeding. There we go. So we're off to Tucson. I do remember that. So, in a break from my normal routine, where I record one video at a time and then just kind of call it a day, I will be recording today's video and Sunday's video all in one go here. So I'll just blip recording and then we'll go on to Sunday's video straight away. Come on. Perfect hill start. Nothing on the way. There we go, that's perfect. Something doesn't feel quite right for me though. I'm not entirely sure what, but something doesn't feel right. Oh, it's the location of my PC itself. I had to move it because I was trying to figure out if it was a wrong USB port. Or USB port issue that was causing the G27 issues, and my PC is in the wrong place now, and it's a bit closer to me. Well, it's actually rubbing against my leg, which is uncomfortable. So once we get to 65 here, I'll be switching into 8th gear. Got my hand on the gear stick already. Don't know why I just moved my hand, but I did. Actually waved my hand about on top of the gear stick, saying my hand's on the gear stick, ready to switch. And again, I'm gesticulating a lot, and I don't know why, because you guys can't see me. Stop doing that, Dave. You look like a weirdo. Says the person talking to his computer, effectively. And we're actually going to want to slow down more. As we are turning left up here. I thought that was rain for a second. No, it was just a reflection of our truck in the back of the one ahead of us. There we go, into 4th. Sub range into 5th, and I don't have the I can't remember the name of it now, that fancy shifter that was released specifically for the truck sims. I don't have that because I don't see the point of it. Quite frankly, it's $100 for something that I can do just by binding up 2 buttons on the gear stick, on the gear shifter area. It doesn't bother me, quite frankly. I'm trying to figure out, is that rain or it's a speck on my screen? Okay. There's a little speck in the middle of the windscreen, and it was really getting irritating. Get into 8th because we'll hit 65 soon, and we'll have to slow down again soon. So I'll just use this to save a bit of fuel, because I'm trying to get this all done nice and efficiently, both in terms of time and fuel usage. Still on 65, which is interesting. There we go, 6th. I kind of discovered that if I leave my foot on the clutch a bit more than I usually do, I can get a bit. I can get the gear changes a bit smoother than. I have a tendency of having very rough gear changes, and it seems like leaving my foot on the clutch ever so well, quite a bit actually, and just half clutching it in. Yep, that does help with the gear changes. I couldn't quite read that sign, that big red one. It looked like a stop sign, but probably wasn't. So we're continuing on this road here, past Phoenix. I'm hoping to get to... is it west? No, eastern Arizona fairly soon. Hopefully I'll find a job in Tucson that'll bring me over there. That's the hope, at least. Oh, is this one of these funky arrangements? Yes, it is. So I'm just going to indicate to the left. Yeah, I don't know how this would work in America if you would in fact indicate, but I'm doing it just for the ease of, effectively, the ease of people behind me. Because if I was behind a truck, I'd want to know which way it's about to turn. Especially when there's a confusing layout like that. I'm sure there's going to be Americans who are like, oh, that's not confusing at all, I know exactly what he's doing. Good for you, I don't. These weird layouts that Americans have confuse me, because here in Ireland and throughout most of Europe they're just solved by a roundabout or a traffic circle. Hey Maud, look at the traffic circle. These Irish people are weird with their circles. Why do they do that? Why don't they just have a triple, quadruple pretzel intersection like we do over in America? Because roundabout. Okay, got distracted. Do not get distracted when you're... hit the bus. I got distracted and hit the bus while trying not to. I did my best. I did absolutely everything I could to avoid hitting that bus. And it wasn't good enough, and I apologize. I feel ashamed of myself for hitting that bus. I mean, the poor people on that bus who got nudged ever so slightly by a truck that had its brakes on because it wasn't paying attention. I still blame the bus, mind you, because I never take responsibility for crashes. Obviously, I mean that's just a known fact about me. Is whenever I crash, it's down to the physics or the AI, never me. Even if I were to fall asleep, it would be the fault of the AI for not watching out for the truck with the sleeping driver, or the fault of a mountain for being in the way of a truck with a sleeping driver. That's, you know, that, I mean, mountains are so inconsiderate, they never move for you. Why do mountains never move for you? It's so inconsiderate. Oh, there's Tucson. There's Tucson off in the distance. Or Vegas, one of the two. I hope it's Tucson. Or Tucson, as some people might say if they don't have a clue how to pronounce Tucson. Because it is spelled Tucson. Like it's Tucson. It shouldn't be pronounced Tucson. But it is. Okay, so we're not taking this exit. Where on earth are we going? The game is taking us on a magical mystery tour. Does this road break up? Because it looks like we're taking like a right turn up here. Holy crap, this... Does this just end? This is an irresponsibly tight turn to be going in. Okay, so I am speeding. I will admit that. And we'll slam the brakes. Totally responsible trucking right there. Looks like we're going into the left over here into Walmart. Of course we're going into Walmart. Is this the entrance? Would appear to be. Could also be the exit. Delivery only. That's definitely a good road marking, I guess, technically speaking. Keep it in third and just kind of cruise our way down here, because this is quite a long trailer and I am mildly concerned about how tight this could be. Flip it down to second here, I think. Just let the guys inside know that we're here. Because of course they gotta unload us. They gotta unload the trailer. Okay, so I gotta admit, I didn't pick a bad place to show up. There may have been a secondary way around, but finishing up so close to the actual delivery point is always good. There we go, into reverse. And we'll just ease her back. Just idle it back in, because hopefully it will behave somewhat. I don't have my foot on the throttle, so this is just allowing the truck to do what it wants to do here. All I'm doing is steering and ensuring that I'm too close to the wall here, actually. Just kind of looking at that as it was backing up. Way too close to the wall. I'm just going to give myself a bit of extra space here as well. There we go. Okay, this trailer is ridiculously long, so I'm gonna try and get it in somewhere close at least. And just what I'm doing is I'm very carefully watching in the mirror that I can see, so that I can get a reasonable idea of where the rear of the trailer is. Looks like I've made the turn a bit. Yep. Haven't got it in. Haven't got it close even. So I got myself even more room. And the hope here is just kind of slip it in. I'm gonna power it back as well. Just keep it at a nice low speed. So the fun thing about this is I am actually just steering in one direction. Just steering to the right. And letting the trailer do a lot of the driving here. Because this should, in theory... It's not going to be perfect, but I can straighten it up. Yeah, I can straighten this up nicely. My main concern was getting it mostly in. Now that it's mostly in, I can just straighten it up with a little bit of finesse. There we go. Put on the parking brake and hit T. It should in theory be perfect or close to it. Perfect. So that's what, $7,700 and 400 experience. Which brings it back into the red, into the black. The black is the good one, not the red. The red is the bad one. The red says you got money owed. Lovely. And I believe we actually have a repayment as well. Do we? 54.42. Okay, so we should have a repayment in advance as well. Lovely. Or thereabouts. Small bit of debt. So I'm going to leave it here until... No, Dave, that's not your outro. I've been Rainbow Dave. You have been watching American Truck Simulator. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, of course. Bye!